This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo. Package look. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
He is tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing Jones. Over toward the sideline for Waller. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. back to throw. Jones. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Barkley again. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Seventh play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there. and they get the first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that'll change things a bit. 15 yards added on. Going to put him on the other side of midfield.
And Adam was shaking the head defensively because he got caught where his hand wasn't supposed to be, and that cost him 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19.
And there's a conversion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On the give, this is Eckler. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff, it's Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Open man, Parham. He's got him. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham from 19 yards away. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Returning it, John Ross. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. This one might be going the other way. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jerry Tillery, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Single, 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 single.
We remind you that coming up analysis of this first half of action. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
There we go.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Herbert on first down now. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown, Allen. Mike Williams, 72 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just outside his own goal line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this to Eckler. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham.
And he's taken down inside the 30. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for the Giants. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Eckler. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. Justin Jones there on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's Jones, throwing on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Jones on first down. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Second down and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this a 39-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On first down, it's Herbert. Escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Let's go. Let's go.
On first down, Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's second and 10. Throwing again, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An important play right here, third and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Barkley. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Riley Dixon now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. "37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in a game.
Yeah, about the four in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up second and 9. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Herbert. He's got it to Williams. Gets past one man. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. 73 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.